Hello everybody, it's Nicola again. I hope you've all had a good week so far. I just want to quickly just say I'm currently filming in my room here at Sparsholt, and it's in on-site accommodation, so there's going to be people going backwards and forwards, doors opening and closing and all that. So and I'm also rather inconveniently next to the toilet, so if you can hear the audio of all of that, I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. I've tried putting notices up saying I'm filming audio, please try and be mindful, but obviously that's not gonna be much use. But anyway, I hope your 2019 is going better than your 2018. I hope you're all able to stick to your goals and New Year's resolutions. But today in this video I'm going to be talking to you about my 3rd year anniversary since my diagnosis of being diagnosed with functional neurological disorder. So it actually works out that today it's the 20th of January 2019. So on the 20th of January 2016 was when I got diagnosed with functional neurological disorder. Now that's obviously quite, it feels like it's forever ago, but in actual fact that's nothing. This video I'm just going to be talking you through all of the highs and lows that I've experienced in the past 3 years, because I have experienced quite a lot. The achievements I've had, what I've learnt about FND, and to give some support to those who either have just been diagnosed with functional neurological disorder, but also as some positive reinforcement to those who have functional neurological disorder, that if your day isn't going as well as it possibly could, then you can watch this video and just see and just get some positivity from my video. I must also note I've got a bit of a sore throat as well, so which is why I'm having to keep drinking, because I'm just going to keep talking throughout this, and I just know I'm going to get, my sore throat is going to get even worse. So January, well, the 20th of January 2016, it was a long time coming to get this neurology appointment, but in actual fact the original appointment wasn't until the beginning of February in 2016. Luckily for me and my family, we were able to take a cancellation spot, so which is why it was moved to the 20th of January. But leading up to that day, I was in the mumps really, because no one really knew what was going on. So I basically was filled with anxiety and dread because of the unknown, and I wasn't sure what was going to be happening. But when I got the diagnosis, I was somewhat relieved, because I was able to put a name to what it is that's been causing me all this pain. But it was still a worrying time, because I'd never ever heard of this thing, functional neurological disorder, and so I was having to do some research, and I created a Facebook post on my Facebook page, and the amount of support I got from that post and the relief that there was an actual diagnosis at the end of it, that was a big thing for everyone, because everyone had just basically been hoping, praying and sending positive vibes for a diagnosis, and the fact that we had actually got a diagnosis was fantastic. And school were really supportive as well. We kept in touch with school because I was supposed to be in my second year of sixth form, so doing my A2s. However, we decided that I would skip that year and restart again in that September, so that way I could just relax and chill and not have to stress about my schoolwork. And also I would have been too far behind to catch up, and it would have caused a lot of stress and anxiety, and my teachers would have found it really stressful for me, seeing me stressed out about all the work I'd have to catch up on. So that's why both my family and school, we agreed that I would start again in September, and they would keep me on the system because I've been at the school since I started there in year 7, so it made sense. But I just wanted to, but knowing that I didn't need to worry about going into school was a good thing for me, because it meant I could concentrate on getting myself better. But obviously, for those of you who don't know, there is no cure for functional neurological disorder. It's a case of you've got to manage your symptoms and the triggers that can make you anxious. Now, obviously, I'm only speaking for myself. I don't know anyone else who has functional neurological disorder. So for me, it's more a case of I'm just speaking on my part. But if you know anyone who has FND, then just ask them how best you can support them, because everyone is individual, as we all know, but having FND, your needs are that much different. For example, for me, I know that when I'm in certain stressful situations, I know I've been able to develop different coping strategies and techniques. However, I know some people just would not be able to cope, and at first I wouldn't have been able to cope in certain situations, but now I've had to learn these techniques because I don't want my FND to be a barrier and something to stop me from doing things. I want it to be that my FND helps me to do things, so I'm able to reach out to people and help them. And yeah, so in the past 3 years I've achieved a huge amount. I've said to my family, it's just amazing what I've been able to achieve in the time that I've been diagnosed. And you know what? They're so proud of me for everything that I have achieved, and my family have just been so supportive. I'll tell you now, having a support network is the best thing you can have when you've got FND. I mean, anyone in general, obviously, but I mean, anyone with FND will know that having a good supportive family network is the best thing possible. And yeah, so in the 3 years that I've been diagnosed with FND, I've been able to achieve a lot of things. So I have been able to start riding again. I've been able to ride my horse, which has been the biggest therapy for me. I've been able to start back at work again. I've been able to go back into school before commencing again in that September 2016 to finish my A-levels. I've completed my British Horse Society Riding and Road Safety exam. I was awarded the Endeavour Courage Cup for courage, and at my yard for their annual show I have been able to compete in my stable shows. I've done a lot more dressage. in the first dressage, in our first competition of 2016, we came third in our dressage test, which was absolutely incredible that both me and Benson were able to do that, as Benson had been really poorly as well. So it was probably the best result I could have gotten. And then I completed my A-levels. For university interviews, for some of them I would go up on the train the day before, and I would stay in a hotel on my own for the night, and then I go to the interview at the university and then come back home on the train. So being able to build my confidence up with public transport has been a massive thing for me. And you can't really say that many 19-year-olds have had the courage to go off and do stuff on their own like that. I mean, my parents have always been mega proud of me for being able to do that, as I said to them, that public transport is not like a massive thing that I'm a fan of, but now I'm able to confidently navigate myself around using public transport, and it's just fantastic being able to get around places and not having to rely upon my parents so much to take me places. I also started driving lessons as well. That was honestly my driving instructor. She's the best. She got me through some of the toughest challenges I had to face with driving. And you know what? I only bloomin' done it. I only went and passed my driving test and my theory test as well. And then 2017 I received results for UCAS applications, and that was getting quite complicated on results day as well. I was able to compete more in the dressage again as well, which I am a massive fan of now. I'm more of a dressage person than I am like jumping, because I feel more confident doing dressage now and I feel more in control. So what else? So I got my A-levels, so I got BC in double health and social care and C in applied science, which for anyone is a massive achievement, but for me in particular that's just fantastic. And because I was hoping to get BBC, but for me just to even get the grades that I even got is incredible. And apparently I was only 20 UMS marks off getting BBC, but to be honest I'm just so happy with the results that I even got. I wasn't able to go into Wolverhampton University because I was 20 UMS marks off from their criteria of BBC. So I applied through clearing to Coventry and I got in to do learning disability nursing. And then 2018, or at least the start, to be honest, 2/3 of 2018 wasn't the greatest, whereby I was on placement at Coventry. I wasn't really enjoying it. It was affecting my physical and mental health and well-being. I could really feel my FND starting to keep flaring up when I was on placements, and I was thinking to myself, am I really enjoying this? Do I really want to carry on with this? And so after much deliberation, I decided that I didn't want to carry on doing learning disability nursing. So that meant that I had to decide what I wanted to do, and I decided that I wanted to go to Sparsholt. So that's the University Centre of Sparsholt, which is in Winchester, and I'm doing equestrian performance management, which I am thoroughly enjoying. I absolutely love the course. I love the people who are on the course. I just love everything about it. I feel more me. I feel I can be myself on this course. Prior to that, I did a dressage competition, which was the week of my second placement, where it was of my last week on my second placement, but because I failed that placement, and I was told that because I'd ended up failing it, they didn't mind if I just called it a day with that placement, and I would speak to the course director for the course and discuss the best plan of action. And so I decided that I was going to move all my stuff back home from Coventry, and because I wanted to just get away from Coventry. It's not that I've got anything against Coventry, it's more I just have negative associations due to my negative experiences on the course I was on. I'm not saying that I'm against the course itself, it's more the experiences I had on placement. It just wasn't for me. So in that week I entered myself to do dressage test, and in the first test I got a personal best in both dressage tests, I must say, and in the first dressage test I came first, and that helped to boost my confidence because I was like, you know what, I can do this. And I had a pretty rough week that week anyway, and I was just feeling really quite depressed and I wasn't coping very well. So to come back and have that was a massive achievement for me and for Benson as well, the horse, because that was like the first time that was the first time that year that I had been able to do any dressage because of just how crazy everything's been. And in the second dressage test, it wasn't like our best, but I hadn't done that dressage test as much, so, and I know what I need to work on, and I'm still really happy with the mark I got because that was a personal best. So yeah, so now we're back to the 20th of January 2019. So in case you can't tell, I've achieved a huge amount in a space of 3 years since being diagnosed with FND, and I will say I'm so grateful for all of the support, and I hope that the next 3 years will be just as successful, if not more successful. I'm hoping in the next 3 years I'll be able to graduate. Oh my gosh, graduating from uni would be just the icing on the cake. I'm hoping to do a lot more dressage tests with Benson, and possibly other horses as well. I'm looking forward to more opportunities with being student ambassador for Sparsholt. I'm also looking forward to more opportunities with being the course rep as well, and I'm here really just looking forward to the next 3 years and how much I can move forward even with being diagnosed with FND. So I guess the moral of this video is it doesn't matter if you've got a disability or not. Don't let it hold you back. I'm just going to get my diary out actually, because I've in my diary for this year I've written myself a note, and this is what it says. You are a strong and confident woman who can achieve anything and everything she sets her mind to. Believe in yourself, for you are an incredible human being. Have courage and be kind to others, no matter how hard it may seem. You have achieved so much and have proved so many people wrong because you are so determined to achieve your goals. Take this little message, hold it in your heart. Remember every day just how amazing you truly are. So what I'll do is I'll type this message in the description box down below, and also linked in the description box down below I will leave a link to my FND video that I created last year, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below saying what you would like in my next video, or anything that you want to achieve in either 2019 or in the next 3 years. And if you have FND, then just shout out in the comments down below that you have FND, and I hope you can join me a bit further on as I go on with my journey with being diagnosed with Functional Neurological Disorder. And I will see you guys next time.